Hello guys, it's Charlotte here. Welcome to my home. Are you ready to have some fun? I went ahead and because my video yesterday ran, it was almost an hour. By the time I cut it down, I got it down to I think 36 minutes. That still may be too long. So I went ahead and jumped, because if you've been watching and following, then you kind of know what the process has been. So you're not missing anything. I did finish. I had to laugh because I had a couple comments. Please don't cut their legs off. So I didn't. See, she's got legs. This is what we did yesterday. So they're on the ring. This ring is looking, really, really great. I am happy with this. Fun. So if you have cards, get them out and create something like this, because it really is a lot of fun. Okay, I took some vintage tissue paper, and if I can find the link to this, I got it on Amazon. If I can find the link, I will stick it down in the description box below. But that's what I did. I took the cards. I think this is the very last Jack of Spades, and I think we're through the spades. And I went ahead and started on the clubs. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, and I went ahead and collage podged with this Collage Podge and put the tissue paper down, and then I went and I got into the Ranger opaque crackle paste. This is what it looks like. And just took my palette knife and just put it on there wherever I wanted it to be, and hopefully you can see those crackles. I have found that it wants to flake off. So after we apply the paint, I am going to Collage Podge over it to kind of seal it, because I don't know why it is on tissue paper. So I don't know why it wants to flake off, but the effect is fantastic anyway, as you're going to see. We will start with the Jack, and we will get into the paints, and I'm not using any texture paste today with stencils. We are just going to paint and decorate, and I'm decorating with die cuts. So I think this first one, I want to get into the blue, and it should seep in really nicely into these cracks that this crackle paste has created. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm like, run, just run and do your thing here. So we are just gonna go ahead and paint. And I will be adding black. We're going to paint all of these and then come back and add the black. Just run. Just run. I see I got some blue on this one. That's okay. More. You know, you hear sometimes less is more. Sometimes more is more. It just depends on what you're doing. It really likes that vein right there and really wants to stay in there. Prettiest color blue. There we go. Now we're running a little bit more. And I am pretty happy with this. I don't really want to fill in the entire card. So I think I'm going to let that be. I like that. And we are going to move on to a different color. And I've got blue all over this. That's okay. So from the blue, we are going to move to, I think, a pink. I haven't done a pink. So let's get into that and see what we get. I've got this pink here. And then I've got kind of a raspberry color. You can see right now this is going to take a lot. It's pretty pale. Hopefully you can see that. I know when I apply water that is going to... Get this out of the way. Because I just blended the pink into that. I need to slow down. I'm kind of in that let's hurry, so my videos are not so long. But when you're doing 4, I think it's fairly easy to run it. Just really want this in all those cracks. See where it goes. And then I think I'm going to get into this raspberry. I hadn't planned on it, but I'm thinking it might really add. So why not? Why not see what we get? We don't need a lot. We just want to be able to see where our color has gone into these cracks, because that's a really cool effect. I mean, it's the whole purpose of crackle, is to be able to see those cracks. So I like that. I'm gonna put just a tiny little bit just down here. And because I did that, let's put a tiny little bit in the opposite corner. Okay, I am happy with that. So let's get on to what comes next. Well, let's see what we've got. How about a purple or a, yeah, let's do a purple. Let's go for it. Let's do a purple on this one. This one doesn't have quite as much. So let's go ahead and do a purple on this, because it has a lot of, let's see, let's go this way. That's a really vibrant, pretty color right there. Get it where I want it. And then we'll add some more water and see where it wants to go. I want to thank you for, I'm getting the messages on Etsy about the next surprise box. So I want to thank you for that. It really, it's easier for me. All right, let's get some in the center. I don't want the whole card colored. If that was the point, then that's just what we would do. But I do want these crackles to show up. And I like the streaks. So I want the streaks. And sometimes you just really have to coax it to do what you want it to do. You make it a little bit darker. There we go. Now we're running. Yeah, see, you kind of get that marble effect when you run it. That's what I want. Okay, I'm going to leave this and hope that's not too much white. So let's leave that and let's move on to, let's see, this one's got the black. We are going to need that. Let's move on and do a red. That is about as bold as you can get. So let's try it. I don't know why that color makes me nervous. I think because it's just so bright. Let's see what we can get from this. I've not used the mister. Might have to pull that out. Let's see what happens. We use the mister. Put some at the bottom. Let's get a little bit deeper up in here. It really does just want to disappear and not be as dark as I thought it would be. It's not much darker than the pink, really, even though the color is really much darker than the pink. Okay, maybe that's what I needed. And I dropped my paper towel. You want to be careful when you blot because you will blot the color right off. So I'm happy with that. I think that looks really great. I'm trying to do whatever I can to stop it. So I think let's go in order here. Get back into the black. Just love the effect that the black makes. Add a little touch of water. There we go. And more. Ugh. Yep, you are going to make a mess. But look at how pretty that is. And it really is. And if you think it's too much, just go go ahead. You can see the difference. If you blot it off, makes a huge difference. But look at how pretty that is. Really, really nice. So I am going to put that away. And I think I had done the pink one. After that, this should be quite the contrast. Ooh, pretty. Look at that. It just has this beautiful marble effect. I don't want much of that off. I think that's really, really pretty. What do you think about that one? That's really, really pretty. So I am going to call this one done and get into this purple one. We're getting there. I thought it would be red, but it's way more of a raspberry color. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see where we go. It's so fun. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, I am going to say we have done it, and I'm going to dry these and put Collage Podge on these, and I'm just going to do it with my finger, and then I'm going to dry them, and then we'll decorate. And this way, hopefully, none of the crackle will flake off. When I applied the Collage Podge medium, it completely changed. I mean, that's pretty cool, but it completely changed the card. It's like it pulled up the color. And this one you can see where there is a lot of, it looks like it's just kind of blend. It almost looks like a ghostly figure, but the effect is pretty neat. And then this one just spread all the black around. I have no idea what happened, but you know, sometimes when you have something like that happen, it turns out for the better. So we are just going to go with this and see what we can come up with. Now, I pulled a bunch of die cuts that I had that I wanted to play around with. And let's see what we can do with these. Well, that's kind of pretty. That is kind of cool. And let's see. I had this in mind when I was going to do some red. Let's see what I've got. I've got a whole mess of stuff that's just all tangled up. That's kind of neat. could cut that off right there. And let's see what this looks like. All right, we need something here. Ooh, I like that. So if I can get this laid out, see what we've got, and then we can get it glued down. Oh, I like that. Sometimes you just have to, when you make a mistake, if you don't throw it away, you just kind of go with it. Sometimes you'd be surprised, because I think these probably look better than what I thought they were going to be. So, all right, well, I know I like this one. So let me cut this off right here. And let's put this down, get this down. I mean, this almost is, to me, ghostly looking, which is so cool. So let's get some glue on here. You know, at first when I saw it, I thought, what happened? The paint was all dried. It should not have been an issue. It shouldn't have smeared, but it did. And I'm not sure why. And you still can see the cracks. You can't see, I mean, if you get this right in the right light, you can see the cracks. That's not an issue. We don't need that. But we do want, I think we do want to use this one here as well. So let's use this and then see if I can place that little blue part so we don't lose him. And trying to keep him, he'll just get damaged. He either has to go or he has to be used. And then I've got some little tabs to put on these as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, you know, this kind of brings me back to my friend back in the 80s when we were living in Bothell, Washington, just north of Seattle. She said to me, have you ever thought that maybe there are no accidents? I've told you that story before. You know, it just really kind of gets you thinking. So, not done, but that turned out really cute. That is cute, even with kind of like that ghostly mess behind it. So then let me see, I do know, I do want that. And what I have pulled over here, let me see this one. Not so much that. This might look good. So let me put this on the side of that. It's really hard to organize these guys. I keep them in wax bags, but they still get tangled. So I'm going to go straight up and down with him. So I heard from the first person that got the surprise box, and she absolutely loved it. So I was very happy about that. You know, you always want to know that People like what you send. That almost disappears in the background, which to me is pretty cool. You almost have to force yourself to find it. And then I see here we've got cutout that didn't quite make it. I think that's the only one. So I think I'm going to cut this off. Right here, we're going to use this little piece there. And this pink brings out just enough of the pink. You see, here's another cutout. Right there. All right, let's see if I can get this down without it falling apart. We're hanging over just a little bit. And I think I'm going to cut that off because, well, maybe I'll leave it. I'll cut this and put this little piece maybe right there. You know, you don't realize how long your videos are until you go back and you're like, 56 minutes? That's how long it was yesterday. And I thought, nobody's going to sit through 56 minutes. So I edited out of, you know, of course, the part where I'm drawing things and, you know, the nonsense part, and got it down to 36. So, look, guys, you know, that's really cool looking. Hopefully you can see that. Very happy with that. So I think I've got this one more together. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't think I'm gonna, no, let's do this before we get on to the other one. And then I pulled some Prima tickets and things to put on here, and I'm hoping that the colors I pulled are going to be all right. So we have that, and I think for sure this just, that's not, that, well, you know, I like the colors, but it doesn't really do the card anything. This muted one, I think may be better. And what am I going to lose on this? I think what I'm going to do is, like in the other one, I'm going to cut this off right here, and we will use that piece. Get this on there. And then let's go ahead and use this piece as well. And then get our tickets on. Now this one you really can see the crackle. You see that? Oh, the effect is just really, really, well, I think I'm happy that that happened. The effect is just the coolest thing. So I have one more left to do. And then we will, you know, I think I'm just going to do the one flower on here. I just think that that is so pretty just by itself with, this is from the lavender pack. And I think this by itself is all it needs. It's got that little bit of a shiny copper element. And I don't think we need more than that. So, oh, look at that, guys. Can you see that? Look at how pretty that is. So now what we want to do is see if I pulled over any of the right little tickets just to add something more. So I pulled all these thinking, oh, this will work. Got a little love there. That might look better. Ooh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am. I think that is perfect there. Let's go ahead and do these. Beautiful. Get this on there. Just a touch too much glue there. Just right over the stem. Just like that. And then this one certainly is sweet. We want it over the stem. Be nice if it'd be straight. Come on, Charlotte. We want it to be straight. So cute. And then we've got these two here. Maybe. Kind of need a neutral on here because I pulled a lot of, don't like that. Maybe we'll just do something simple like love because I pulled a lot of lavender. This I think is too light. Okay, I think love here might just work. Let's tone it down a tiny bit. Love is what I am feeling for all my subscribers. You give me so much support and so much inspiration and a reason to want to do this. Now, do I want, I really do kind of like that. I'm not just saying it, I really do. Not that. Put this one here. Well, that's pretty too. Although I wonder if it should maybe, but I don't want to cover up the... Oh, I need you to tell me. Oh, that one. Okay, that's what we're going to use, this one right here. Let me go ahead and just stress the little edges. Just a little bit. And then I will show you what we have done. Mistakes and all. They're so cute. Here's the blue one. Look at how pretty that is. Really, really pretty. Like that a lot. And then here is this one here. This is the one that took on so much of the black. But look at how pretty. And if you get the light on it just right, you can see those crackles. And then we have this one here. Really, really pretty. You can see where it peeled, but look at the effect. that's real cute too. So don't be afraid to use the crackle. And if it peels, it does look really nice. I'm going to have to do some research and see if I can figure out why it's peeling. And then I'm thinking because of the watercolor, it all blended in because of the watercolor, even though it was dried, because the Collage Podge is water soluble. And so I put it over, of course, you know, watercolor paint. So it's going to take it. I mean, I should have known that. I know that. I know that. So what's wrong with me? I know that. Too much on my mind. So yeah, that's what happened. If you put Collage Podge over your watercolor paints, you're going to have them all blend together. But guess what? Look at how beautiful they look, all blended together. So guys, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with me and putting up with all the craziness, because yeah, it gets real crazy in my house. So have a great Thursday, and I hope to be back tomorrow, everyone. Today's Friday. Yeah. Happy Friday, everyone. And I will catch you very soon, hopefully tomorrow, if not Sunday. So have a really great weekend. Bye, guys.